Hello and welcome to the Self-Reliance Services News Network program, 10 Minutes. I'm your host, Crick Scraper. With over 13 million members worldwide, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has embarked on a new initiative to help its members and non-member friends become self-reliant. Our prophet, President Thomas S. Monson, said, "Self-reliance is an essential element in our spiritual as well as our temporal well-being. Let us be self-reliant and independent. Salvation can be attained on no other principle." At the end of 2015, President Monson and his two counselors directed that self-reliance be introduced to North America as part of the global church-wide self-reliance initiative. For Self-Reliance Services Manager Kirk Draper in Southern California, the initiative began early in 2016. That story today on the Self-Reliance Services News Network program, 10 Minutes. Well, Crick, welcome to San Diego. It's a real pleasure having you here with us today. But for the past 22 years, I've been helping individuals become self-reliant while serving as the manager of the LDS Employment Resource Services right here in San Diego. And that position has prepared me a lot for my new position as the manager of the San Diego, Riverside, and Redlands Self-Reliance Services region. In 2016, we were one of the areas chosen to run a Self-Reliance Services devotional pilot program, and we learned a lot from that program. But most of all, it prepared us for the rollout of the Self-Reliance Services Initiative in our other 29 states that are in our service area. Working directly with our two Area 70s, we have calendared when their 29 states would be introduced to the initiative through a series of training meetings throughout 2017. In each of these 29 states, we start by training their stake presidencies, and then their newly established stake self-reliance committees, and then the bishops and ward councils are trained, and then we train the facilitators. And it's these facilitators who are the backbone of the initiative. Do you want the truth about being a facilitator? I think I'm entitled to the truth. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has devotionals, and those devotionals have to be conducted by men and women with handbooks. I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that self-reliance devotionals, while difficult, probably save lives. You don't want the truth. You want me at that devotional. You need me at that devotional. We use words like read, ponder, discuss. We use these words as a backbone of a life spent implementing something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very devotional that I provide. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you pick up a handbook and facilitate a group. Either way, I don't give a darn what you think you are entitled to. All of our training meetings lead up to the hosting of a self-reliance devotional. By the end of this month, we will have assisted in 7 self-reliance devotionals, with 22 more scheduled later this year. If all goes well, and the pace of our priesthood leaders quickens just a little bit, we will achieve our goal by the end of the year. At our previous 5 self-reliance devotionals, individuals who were identified and invited by their ward council came together with their stake self-reliance committee members and learned more about self-reliance, and then chose one of 4 paths that can lead them to self-reliance. Whether it is a path to find a better job, or starting or growing my business, or education for better work, or how to handle your finances through our personal finances group, each participant is required to attend a 2-hour group meeting each week for 12 weeks. With an average of 8 groups forming from each devotional, we currently have 40 groups underway in 5 states, with almost 400 participants currently attending weekly group meetings. I'd like to have you meet one of those participants. His name is Bill. Hello, my name is Bill, and you can call me Bill. I am tending the Find a Better Job group, and I am fired up. I am learning everything there is about finding a better job because of an excellent and dedicated facilitator, and his name is Bill too. In 12 short weeks, I will be ready to take on the world and become a self-reliant contributor to society. Amen, brothers! At each of these 2-hour meetings, the facilitator starts the meeting by taking the group through one of 12 gospel principles. These principles, or habits, are designed to invite the spiritual aspect of self-reliance into the group meeting, which helps participants draw closer to our Savior before learning the other skills required for self-reliance. The remaining group time is devoted to the workbook, and the workbooks are amazing and have never left a participant disappointed. For those who complete their commitments and attend at least 10 of the 12 group meetings, they receive a completion certificate from the LDS Business College. So far, we've had 75 participants receive a completion certificate. But along with the certificate, many lives have been changed. Here's a testimonial of one of our recent graduates. His name is Bob.
Oh, hey. Hello. My name's Bob, and I've been participating in a self-reliance group for the past 12 weeks. My bishop thought it'd be a good idea for me to attend these group meetings to make me a stronger and more self-reliant member of the congregation and the community. So each week, I've committed to share what I learned with my family and friends. But since I don't have much either, I've shared it with my dog Spot. Hey, Spot. He's doing real well, but has problems being an action partner. Since he doesn't have a cell phone, he can't use a computer. But we be working on that. Bye.
Well, Crick, I hope you enjoyed your time with us today and learned about the Self-Reliance Services Initiative. You're welcome back in San Diego at any time. Well, thank you, Brother Draper, for hosting us in San Diego. And we hope these last 10 minutes have enlightened you on the Self-Reliance Initiative and how the work is going on throughout North America, but especially throughout the San Diego, Riverside, and Redlands Self-Reliance Services region. I'm Crick Scraper, and I will see you next week on Self-Reliance Services Network News Program, 10 Minutes.